Selectness with Aximsite.com, and I'm here for video number 2 of Windows Phone Twitter clients, where I'm going a little deeper with my favorite 3 clients, which are Rowi, Carbon, and Meadow. This one that I'm doing tonight is going to be, or this video is going to be of Rowi, which is my personal favorite right now, and it's a pretty good client in itself, but I really like the fact that we have push notifications, and as you can see right here, it tells me a little bit about the last bit, or the last @reply I have. It says, since I've checked with Rowi, I've got 2 direct messages and 19 @replies. So anyway, we'll dive right into it. And when you get in here, the first thing you'll see, and you know what, before we get started, let me change the settings because I really don't like this pink. I did this just to test something out in my previous video. Go back to green, and we'll get over here. Oops, I closed it out, so I can't do that. Alright, Rowi, there you are. Alright, so I've got it set to come into mentions, I believe, initially, or that's where I left it. So anyway, let's take a minute. You see that little arrow there? That indicates that I have new tweets on my timeline, and as you saw there, I tapped on the timeline up there instead of scrolling up, and it took me all the way to the top there. So basically, to reply to a tweet that you might see, you can hold this down and you can hit reply, retweet, favorite, or the profile of the actual individual that made the tweet. So there you go. Or you can click on here, and from here you have a few more options. You can retweet with a comment, you can share it through messaging or email, favorite, translate, or open in a web browser. So, and also you've got, well, if we close that, you have retweet and reply, which retweet will immediately retweet it, retweeted, and reply I can test. I do not want to send that because, well, I've already done enough tests tonight. So anyway, earlier versions of this were a little choppy. This is not totally smooth, but it's smooth enough. I'm not going to sit there and scroll through it like this. I'm actually going to scroll through, read, scroll through, and it's a, you know, it's got a little lag to it. Version 2.0, which is in beta right now, this is a new version that hasn't yet hit the market. This is the marketplace version currently. 2.0 has not hit the marketplace yet, but it's out in beta, and I'm actually going to put that on there after this video. It's going to fix a lot of things apparently. 1.5, there were some bug fixes and some other things, and you know, but 2.0 is supposed to bring some major update bug fixes and upgrades. So mentions, you slide over and there's mentions. As you can see, I've got more mentions up there, so if I click on here, it'll take me to the top. Same thing, you can hold down, do the same things, or you can click on it, and there you go. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I clicked on Mike himself. Okay, there we go. You can't slide left to right like you can in Carbon to look at other things. However, you can click on here and it'll tell you the actual tweet that he replied, that his tweet was based on. I don't know, kind of like that, kind of don't. I would rather have that conversation view that some of the other clients have, but anyway, like I said, down here, Mike follows me, so I can actually message him. That's the one thing here. Retweet with comment, share, favorite, translate, open a web browser, and this additional option, because Mike actually follows me. He actually is part of Aximsite with me as well. Alright, let's get back out of here. Did I hit it way too many times? Okay, back to mentions. Messages. Ooh, let me put my hand over here because I don't want to let people see the messages. Messages are not threaded, and I don't want to allow you to read my you know, direct messages, so we're going to skip on that. Down here, you've got tweet, refresh, search, new message, notifications, and this is where you can configure your notifications, and actually has live tiles, and I meant to have toast off there. I don't like the toast notifications on this phone because I use 2 phones in my pocket at the same time, and I don't need those notifications and the notifications on my other phone at the same time. So you can see their service status for their push notification server. All systems go. Basically, I'm going to get messages, which are at replies to my live tile and direct messages to my live tile and mentions to my live tile. I can set, toast as well, but like I said, I don't. So, all right, configure home screen. This is you get timelines. You can move up and down where you want. Direct messages, at replies, and your timeline where you want it. So if I wanted to make mentions at the beginning, I could do that and go back to and mentions are here, then timelines. It just moves where that's at in all this. So let's see here. What else do we have? Configure home screen, profile, and log out. This is just basically tells my stuff, and I can log out. It'll show my tweets, my followers, who I'm following, show you my favorites, and back to profile. I can tweet to me. If you look at somebody else's profile, that's how you would tweet to them as well. Like if I wanted to go to Nokia Knowing, I could hit there and hit an at reply to him, or since he follows me, I can actually send him a direct message with that message icon there. So anyway, last but not least, we got settings down here. Tells a little bit about Rowi. Feedback tells you how to get a hold of them. Sync settings. This is they've got I guess a desktop client for Windows that are kind of similar to I forgot what the name TweetDeck, where it actually saves the status of your tweets on the desktop and your mobile phone, so you don't have to reread junk. Settings, you can change the font size, open links in Internet Explorer or the Rowi web browser. I'd rather go to Internet Explorer. When timeline loads new items, scroll to the top or don't touch the timeline position, and then about again. So that is pretty much it. It's a pretty simple client. It works for me. And I think I like the push notifications the most of Rowi, and that's why I actually use it. But it's not as feature rich as some of the others, but it's a really good client. And you can either get the free ad supported version or a $2.99 version, which allows the push notifications and has no ads. It's available on the marketplace. But like I said, 2.0 is supposed to be coming around the corner with what's promised to be some pretty good updates, and I will probably share some of that coming up soon. My name is Chris Leckness, Aximsite.com. Thanks for watching.